Alright guys, in this video I'm going to do a little bit of a shout out to 3Rivers Archery. Let me tell you guys, these guys know exactly what they're doing as far as traditional archery is concerned. I haven't dealt with any other business ever that had the competence, and I'm saying competence, not incompetence, that I have experienced in dealing with 3Rivers Archery. As those of you who are not traditional archers may not know, traditional archery can be very complex when it comes to arrow selection, which is what we're looking at here. This is a custom order of arrows in which I just got in from 3Rivers. And what makes them so complex is they're kind of tailored to the shooter and tailored to the bow in which they're fired from. So there are a lot of different options. They're very custom. And they're very specific in how they have to be made. And like I said, the level of competence that 3Rivers has, I've never had them make a mistake on any of the dozens of arrows that I've already gotten from them. And I've just been very happy. And just to give you guys an idea, for those of you who aren't traditional archers, here's a dozen right here for us to look at. Now I'll go into basic, what goes into an arrow and whatnot, and why it's so impressive to me that you get these things with zero mistakes. So these are custom wood arrows that I use, and they're, as you can see, traditionally fletched with 5-inch shield fletching. And I mean, let's just start at the top. The options that you have are, you have options for the Nock. I'm going to get one of these out of here so we can look closer at it. You have options for the Nock. You have options for the fletching. You have options for the barred feather, what kind, what color you want it to be. You have options on the shaft material as far as how it's constructed, what its spine weight is, so that would be what it's rated to as far as what bow it's going to be fired out of, 50, 60, 70 pound bow. So they're spined a certain way, they're weighed a certain way, and then you have options as to what kind of point you're going to have. This is a Zwickey broadhead, but you can have field points or any other combination of broadheads. And in just this order alone, I have a half a dozen arrows over here in this plastic arrow case, and these arrows are spined for a 55 to 60 pound bow. These dozen here are spined for a 70 to 75 pound bow. Between the two of them, they have the Zwickey and the Ace broadheads. So that is the Zwickey and the Ace, which were bought separately. And I bought 9 broadheads in total. 6 of the Zwickey and 3 of the Ace. And it is spaced out in between. There are 3 of the Zwickeys on the 70 to 75, and then the rest of the Aces are spread out between the 55 to 60 and the 70 to 75. So they got that without screwing it up. For the remainder of the arrows, you just have the standard field point. And like I said, all of these are bought separately. As you can see here, here are the original packaging that those broadheads came in, and here are the extra field points, because you buy them by the dozen or so, that I didn't use. So, you're telling them what kind of fletching you want. This is a traditional fletch, which is what I personally like. I'm really big into traditional archery. Telling them what kind of shaft you want, any designs you want on the shaft, what kind of arrow that you want. And this is a 12 arrows, 2 different weights, multiple different kinds of points. So like I said, the level of competence that I get there, I mean, every time a 3Rivers box shows up, here's the box, I get excited. Never ever had a problem with it. 3Rivers is a big company, so they're not going to see or care about this video. I'm just putting it out because, like I said, every time that box comes in the mail, I'm just ecstatic. So we got hunting season coming up, and hopefully it'll start to cool down here pretty soon, and when that happens I will be doing a lot of videos centered around my traditional archery setup, different reviews of the things that I've got, and hopefully we'll see some hunting in there too. So that's what we got coming up, and that's pretty much it, guys. Let's end the video checking those out. Some mean looking broadheads.